Today, we're learning about the game Countdown, not to be confused with the dice game often called Countdown or the board game based on the British TV game show called Countdown. No, this is the space-themed board game called Countdown, The Adventure in Space. Space. Made by Lowe. Welcome to GameOn. Edwin Lowe, founder of the E.S. Lowe Company, is most famously known for the introduction and marketing of the game Beano, or as it was later called Bingo in the 1930s. Later, the company was mostly known for its various chess sets and a simple dice game called Yacht. We call it Yahtzee today. In the early 1970s, Lowell was sold to the Milton Bradley Company. But in 1967, Countdown, The Adventure in Space was Lowell's response to the space craze of the day. The box layout is pretty slick, basically just one big rocket blasting off. The game pieces are a combination of plastic and wood. The instruction manual has a nice retro design to it, and the board looks a bit bland and slightly complicated, but also kind of cool. The space cards have some really great art and pictures. On the back are lengthy paragraphs that go into some pretty detailed information about the space program, making the game somewhat educational. The draw cards look cheap and are far too wordy. So, how do you play? Each side of the board is called a control board, and each player takes control of one of these said control boards. Based on a roll of the die at the beginning of the game, you earn a certain amount of money. Once these two things have been accomplished, gameplay can begin. And once gameplay begins, you have to meet several goals. One is to fill up the objectives of your control board by earning or buying space cards. Another is to buy and put together the 4 stages of your rocket. You accomplish these goals by moving clockwise around the board, landing on spaces where you will have the opportunity to buy rocket stages, buy space cards, earn money, or earn draw cards that can help or hurt you. Plus, there are spaces where you can trade space cards or sell space cards to other players, or on those same spaces you can punish other players. Plus, there's a space dedicated to astronaut training. Now, these 2 goals take the majority of time to accomplish, but once you accomplish them, you are allowed to fulfill your 3rd and final goal, launching your rocket. To do this, you must roll the 2 dice 3 times in an attempt to get to 27 or over. The first person to do this launches their rocket successfully and wins the game. On a scale of 1 to 10, gameplay is a solid 5. The game has its moments, but it's unnecessarily complicated. Design gets an 8. The board is interesting, the box is nice, and the astronaut cards and instruction booklet are terrific. Still, those draw cards are just plain terrible. Overall, a 6.5, not a complete waste of time, but there are better games out there. That's it. Thanks for watching Game On, and may you always pass go to collect your $200. If you want to learn more, check us out on Facebook, where we have pictures and instructions to the games that we've reviewed, or go to our Pinterest page, where you will see tons of different games.